The learning outcome of this module is to understand how to set high-quality motivational goals so that you can accomplish your most important tasks and responsibilities. Let's get started.
We're going to talk about ways to set high-quality, motivating goals to accomplish your most important responsibilities. First, you need to make sure you find your destination. How do you know where you're going if you haven't picked a destination? Having goals is critical. Goals motivate us. The most motivating goals are the ones that are more than 50% likely to be achieved, but are still a reach for us. So, it's really likely that you're going to be able to accomplish this, but you're going to have to stretch in order to do it. The accomplishment of a goal must also be within our control, otherwise you're likely to give up. If you can't control the outcome of achieving a goal, then it's really difficult to see how that goal will get accomplished. You want to make sure next that you make SMART goals. This is a widely held concept that many people have talked about. A SMART goal is specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and it's time-based. You also need to make sure that each goal has a detailed action plan. How you'll accomplish it, what you'll actually do, break it down, step by step, and make sure that you carve out each task that needs to complete it, when it needs to be completed, and who's responsible for it if you're working on a team goal. Next, you want to check the quality of your goals. When you draft your goals, you can answer some of the following questions to check the quality. First of all, is the goal important to you or the organization or team that you're working with? Next, will it actually have an impact? Will it change yourself or the organization or the team that you're working on in some significant way? If someone else set the goal for you, would you support it? That's a great way to know whether or not a goal has high quality. Do you feel passionate about achieving the goal? Is the scope appropriate? Does it feel like this is too much to do, or is it too easy? Do you have the right number of goals? Do you feel like you've got an unrealistic number of goals you're trying to reach, or do you have too few? Is it going to be something that doesn't really going to stretch you? A critical question to ask is, can you really measure the achievement of your goals? Do you have real clear indicators that you can monitor and clear timelines that you can monitor them on, and real sources of verification? And then finally, do any of your goals contradict each other? Are you trying to achieve work-life balance, but then talking about staying at work more time? If you find that those goals are contradicting each other, you probably want to review and prioritize and even remove goals that are conflicting. Next, review your timeline. Sometimes the goal itself isn't a problem, but the timeline is unreasonable. You can ask yourself if there's any parts of the goal that you're trying to accomplish that you're less sure of accomplishing in your desired time frame that you've set out. And then ask yourself, have you missed any factors that will cause the goal to require more time? Is this a task or a project that you set out that you just been poorly underestimated the time? A way to think about this is, show the goal and the timeline to someone else and ask them to challenge you in your assumptions. And then, think about what would it take to actually make it doable. Any consultant out there is going to tell you to set aggressive goals and probably add 30 to 50% to the amount of time you think it will take you to accomplish it. So if you think something's going to take a week, it's likely it's going to take you 10 days. I would even put maybe 2 weeks, just simply because life gets in the way and we're always we're always consistently overestimating our ability. Finally, keep your goals in front of you. One of the critical success factors to accomplishing our goals is making sure that they stay in front of us. Once they're set, once you've got quality, once you're confident on the timelines, once you have SMART goals, put them in front of you and review them daily or weekly or bi-weekly so that you can always prioritize the actions you're taking. For example, if your goal right now is to reduce your budget for your organization or your team by 15% in the next 3 months, it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to meet with the printer salesperson who wants to sell you a new expensive printer. If you keep those goals in front of you, you'll know what meetings to take. You'll know, what new projects to take on. You'll know which projects you want to prioritize, etc. it's important that you review your goal on a regular basis, and then go back and actually visualize how you're going, what your goal looks like and the completion of it. Because this visualization helps you to understand how the decisions you're making will help you arrive there. And it's sort of a subconscious director to make sure that you're continually staying on target to accomplishing those goals.
We hope you found this module on setting goals useful. Remember, there's a complete transcript of this video below, and there are downloadable takeaways that you can use offline. Also, please leave us a comment below about how you're better at setting goals today, or give us a comment about how we can make this section better. Thanks.